Srimati Radha Rani's husband was none other than Lord Krishna himself, but when we are talking about the Supreme Personality Lord Krishna, how can we think that the question's answer could be so simple? Yes, it is not so simple philosophy. So before discussing about this beautiful question, we should first understand that who is Srimati Radha Rani. Srimati Radha Rani synonym for divine love. We all have seen Srimati Radha Rani along with Sri Krishna in so many temples and know that they are the embodiment of love and the purest form of love. Abhimanyu, whose mother was Jatila and sister Kutila, played the part of the so-called husband of Srimati Radha Rani in Lord Krishna's pastimes. Now before anyone misunderstands Abhimanyu to be some different personality other than Krishna, I would like to say that he was expansion of Sri Krishna's shadow. The Acharyas explain that how it was Krishna only who married Srimati Radha Rani in the form of Abhimanyu. During his yatra to Javat, in the form of Abhimanyu, marrying Srimati Radha Rani. When Lord Brahma had stolen the calves and the gopas and put them in mystic slumber for 1 full year, that time Lord Krishna, not wanting to create any type of anxiety for the Brajvasis, personally expanded himself as each and every calf and each and every gopa, so identically that no one even considered the possibility that there was any difference. The only difference the cows and the mothers and the fathers of the gopas experienced was that they could not understand why they felt such intensified love for their children. They loved their children for the first time as much as they loved Krishna himself. Sukdev Goswami explains that this is because Krishna is the beloved supersoul in everyone's heart. He is the ultimate object of everyone's love. So in Vrindavan everyone loved their children, but they love Krishna most. All the gopas, gopis and all the cows would long in their hearts that Mother Yashoda is so fortunate to have Krishna as her child. If only I could love Krishna as my child. In Vrindavan everyone's desires are fulfilled. So Krishna fulfilled desires of all the mothers and personally became their children and accepted the milk from their breast. During that year Krishna also wanted to satisfy the younger gopis who prayed to Krishna to become their husband. So Krishna told Nanda Maharaj that this particular year is very, very auspicious for marriage. We should get all the gopas married to the gopis. Nand Maharaj consulted with Pauramsi, Shiksha Guru of Braj Bhumi. She said, yes, this is correct, we should have big marriages. So young gopas married young gopis. The gopis attained the fulfillment of their heart's desires by marrying Krishna. They didn't know that the one they were being married to was their beloved Krishna only. But they loved him as they loved Krishna, because although Krishna was in all these different forms of the different gopas, he manifested his all-attractive beauty in each of them. The marriage of Srimati Radha Rani with Abhimanyu was also arranged in the same year. But Krishna had expanded himself as Abhimanyu also, who was sleeping in a mystic slumber in Brahmaloka. So Srimati Radha Rani was married to Krishna in the form of Abhimanyu. Almost for 1 year Krishna in the form Abhimanyu lived with Srimati Radha Rani as her husband in this very place called Yavat. At the end of the year when Brahma surrendered to Krishna realizing his supreme glory, he brought back all the calves and cowherd boys including Abhimanyu. At that time the cowherd boys and the calves understood that their perfection was simply to somehow or other increase the loving exchanges of Radha and Krishna. So Abhimanyu, who is Krishna's expansion, existed only for the purpose of increasing the excitement of Ras in the meetings and the separations of Srimati Radha and Sri Krishna. Philosophy behind this unusual marriage of Srimati Radha Rani. This whole philosophy revolves around a very critical philosophy which is said to be Parkiya Ras, non-nuptial bond like extramarital. Again, this Parkiya Ras is not to be confused with a mundane extramarital affair. In mundane terms it may represent lack of character in those who engage in it, because the motivation may be lust. In the transcendental realm, the motivation is pure love. There is no carnal lust involved in Parkiya Ras. Parkya Ras involves sacrifice. You are physically separated from your lover. You can only remember him or her and long for reunion. It involves suffering and pain in great amount. You are engaged in other duties. Maybe you have a wife or husband, children, duties towards parents, society, and family. You need to satisfy all of them, but still you are separated from your real interest, your real love. You continue to tolerate all suffering and maintain the flame of love and protect it from dying out because you really love unconditionally. You don't expect any rewards or pleasure out of it. This kind of love is truly divine because it continues to persist despite all adverse conditions. This kind of divine love truly wins and gives divine pleasure. You always wish for the well-being and happiness of your love, never thinking or caring about your own. There is no jealousy or lust. There is a selfless attitude of giving and caring for him or her, rather than trying to get attention for yourself. You continue loving, giving and caring even if there is no chance of meeting your lover again. People will never allow you to meet. They will never accept your relationship. They will never respect it. In fact, they will insult you and call you name, but still you don't give up. There is only a glimmer of hope somewhere in distant future, but you latch on to that hope and continue loving him or her in your heart. Nourished by this selflessness and unselfishness, your love grows year after year. It gives you many amazing feelings and realizations in your heart. The separation and the anticipation of meeting again makes it more mature. It is an infinite process. Ultimately, it becomes so strong and powerful that no force in the universe can destroy it. Your love becomes immortal. The fruits of such divine love manifest themselves. These fruits can be enjoyed by the lovers for eternity. This is the reason why Srimati Radha Rani and Shri Krishna are still worshipped even today, after so many thousands of years, and they will continue to be worshipped for eons in the future as well. Their love is timeless and immortal because it developed in separation from each other. It is selfless and pure. Whenever anyone talks about divine love, selfless love, sacrifice and love, the names of Srimati Radha Rani and Shri Krishna immediately come to our mind.